Yeah, that's what I'm familiar with, and then it's the button report.
There's a lot more moisture than what they
No,
predicted.
that's usually where it is.
I was happy to.
Okay.
All right, so let's do a roll call of the committee, please.
Mr. Christensen,
Present.
Mr. Godbout,
Here.
Ms. Lautner. Present. And Mr. Newman.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda or any additions or deletions from the agenda?
So move. Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have no public at the moment. So you want to just summarize notes from the brief tour of the park? Unless we lost Scott.
He'll be right back.
Oh, because you want him to hear this, I guess.
There he is.
Okay, Scott, we're just going to go over our brief comments about the tour. We would like you to add to the power washing scope, power washing the platform for the monkey flower platform, viewing platform. It's really gross. And then also, if you can get a quote to power wash the picnic tables. The picnic tables.
All of them?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, they are getting pretty grungy, pretty yucked up.
Okay.
Okay? Any other comments that people want to make at this point about what the tour and what you saw and what we,
The gazebo itself, I was trying to give Lori an update of what we thought might be a good idea for the gazebo, and that's replace the lattice work around the platform of, not up above, but the lattice work around the decking with the plastic lattice work or the vinyl lattice work. We think that would be, we should plan on doing that. Maybe just power wash the gazebo. But what did we decide about the roof? Does it need to be re-roofed?
it needs to be
Or
re-roofed.
just, okay,
Yeah, it's gonna.
I guess that's where we left the gazebo. Otherwise, the decking itself is quite solid and seems okay. It just needs another fresh coat of paint or something.
Power wash.
And Lori Lyman is going to be up in a week and a half, and she's going to look at all the plantings at the base of the gazebo and see if they're salvageable, if they should be left, or if we should come up with a new landscaping plan for the base of the gazebo. So we should have that by our next parks meeting.
And also for the gazebo, we plan to pull new electric or whatever has to happen to get the electricity back to the,
Because you thought that was cut, right, underneath the ground somewhere? Who knows?
Who knows?
usually it's cheaper just to pull a new line.
Well, there's no conduit.
Huh?
There's no conduit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just trench and put a new line
Yeah,
in.
it needs some conduit.
There's no conduit.
Make sure the old line's not hot.
I will put it in conduit.
Oh, you will put it in conduit, okay.
That way, if it does happen again, we can just,
Pull a new line through. Okay.
Someone might have driven a test stake through it or root through it,
yeah,
or where, I mean.
who knows?
I think I heard comments to the effect that we forgot how well-built and whatnot the pit toilet is, so maybe we don't want to replace the pit toilet. So we'll have to reconsider or think about that some more about doing that.
It needs to be, the roof of it needs to be power washed,
It is, that's
part of it. When it's power washed, does it clean up pretty good, or do we need to put a coat of paint on it, or? We'll take a look at it after it's power washed. Okay,
Should be just grime, like it, right? It's-
probably,
No.
yeah.
I saw laying behind it 2 standpipe extensions and a vent fan
yeah,
thing.
we'll down in the winter.
So
Just put that up, just try it, get the stink out of it.
do we need to reinstall them?
No, just install it. Just don't it.
Yeah, that it's, with the biologics that you've got going, it's really working as per plan, right? It's not nearly as stinky as it was.
Well, that one side was pretty stinky because the toilet's been left open. I'm sorry?
Has not been cleaned since November.
Okay.
Emptied,
So,
I
yeah.
don't work in a parking lot.
all right.
But, yeah, has it been unlocked all winter for public to use? Okay, so it has been used all winter. That might just be a problem, a good pump out and some more biologics or whatever. And all right.
Next item for you, we want to move ahead with the parking lot, parking space grading and graveling along the road. I don't know how many feet in we need to go.
Just probably kind of follow the line that's already there, where there's that little bit of gravel right across from where the dock go, where you go down the steps, where most everybody seems to park. But
Yeah, it's wide and all. You know, ask anybody, no, too wide.
yeah, how far do you want to go along that road, Charlie?
Well, I know we will ultimately want to do something in the area where we want to put in the porta potties on that side of the park. So we need to think about what we would do there. But
For
then-
parking? Extra
Yeah, for parking. Well, we're gonna have to make it universally accessible for someone to come in, park, and get to the porta potty.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to be gravelled or something. So the other part is, you know, where are most of the people parking now? And just make sure those areas are gravelled.
Yeah, most everybody parks right where that little bit of gravel is by the play structure, or they park over by the pit toilets, because there's people that park there to go biking, take off on their bikes.
Yeah, most of it. Toilets.
And I believe there's a budget item already in the capital for doing that work, so.
If you want to meet there one day, Scott, when you're around, we can look at it and see if Zach will stop and look at it, or Billy, or whatever.
I'm sorry.
Give my reach.
Yeah, be a good job for him.
We found a location we think might works for the little bouncy, so I'll get with Lori and Laurel and get that ordered, so we can get that installed this spring. And we were all pretty much agreed on the general vicinity of where the Lanham bench will go by the chapel. So I'll meet with family over there and see if they like it. Move forward from there. That still has to go to Buildings and Grounds, I think, here.
So it has to go to them first?
Yeah, and then full board.
And then go to the full board for accepting the donation?
Yes,
That's not two separate things, right?
correct,
Okay.
correct.
Did you decide where you wanted to place that bench?
We just have a couple of different,
Okay.
we have a general
Nothing
vicinity. Yep, so whatever the family says, we'll move forward with that to the recommendation of the board.
Essentially, it's got to be on the lakeside, by the trees by the front door.
Yeah.
There were no suitable spaces along the side that I could see, so.
So near where the Binsfield one is now?
No,
No.
this will be
Near
right
the
over by
chapel.
the chapel.
Over by
Got
the
it.
chapel.
Oh, got it, okay.
Do we need to do a motion with respect to the bench? Make a recommendation to
No,
the
we're
Parks and
set.
Rec Commission?
It's already been to the Parks and Rec Commission.
So we're good there?
Yes.
Okay.
We're good there. Now it just has to be done by the county board.
So at the next meeting, we'll have to do the recommendation, county board?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we move forward on the roof replacement of the gazebo?
Well, I've got the gazebo work in the CIP for next year.
So we're looking to 024.
Oh, yeah, 024.
Okay.
We need to make sure when the budget's put together in June, that it gets included.
It's in there, okay.
As well as other parks wanting stuff in that budget.
So, do we need a motion with regard to the graveling of the parking areas?
As far as a bid, or what are?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Do we know how much money it's gonna be, and then the amount of what it would be would probably dictate how we move forward.
If we met with Billy or get him to come down there and give us an idea, because if we paid for the gravel and then paid for his labor separate, could we get away without going out to bids?
Well, it's gotta be included all in one. We can't split it up. They frown on that. We've tried that.
I think we would be below, don't you think he would be below our minimum?
Well, I think if we're below 5,000.
Yeah,
With Deb's approval, we can just do it.
check with Billy then or something and see.
But we'd have to have quotes.
Three quotes.
Okay.
But not bids. Okay.
If we go out to bids, then we go to Mitten. We go through that.
Yeah.
So I guess to recap,
Procedure.
you and Casey get together to define the space that we would like it done to. And then you bring somebody in to essentially develop an estimate of the cost to do that space.
Correct.
Okay.
Technically, we're supposed to get 3 quotes.
That's right, yeah, I guess so. We can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. You have to ask for 3 quotes, whether
3 come in or
ABC
not.
gravel bid says,
Okay,
or you gave the opportunity.
Or you didn't hear back.
okay.
Okay. Good point, good point. Thank
Okay.
you. Yes.
So any other comments about the tour?
How to move forward with the replacement of the vinyl on the gazebo, the lattice work?
It's probably the roof and all that.
Do it then, or do you want
Well, yeah,
to
we-
try to do it this year? I don't think it would cost that much, do you? We could, just finding somebody to do it is probably going to be the biggest.
The only thing you're probably gonna run into after looking at that and thinking about it is those nailers are nailed against it on the bottom and on the top. So you're gonna have to pull those off
Oh.
to get all the lattice out and then put them back on. You only have to do it on one side, but you may end up cracking that board, getting it off
On the
there.
bottom, that,
Yeah, you're
that
stripping,
wooden-
you know,
oh,
you got it on the top and
okay,
the bottom, that's how
that's
that.
nailed through the lattice
It's
work.
those, I
Okay,
remember how they did it. I think they put a groove in it.
Yeah, there's grooves and the lattice fits in the grooves and you push the board
Okay.
out. But it's not a little thing.
not a little job,
So you
so
might the lattice itself is no big deal, but the.
installation of it.
Yeah.
Removal and installation.
So is
And-
that,
And I've got it all in that same estimate, that 40, the CIP's got 40,000 in it.
oh, okay.
For
next year then.
2024 to
Okay.
do the whole gazebo.
All right. Okay.
Obviously, we gotta get it through the budget process next.
Yes.
Yes.
Other than that, I didn't have any questions.
Did you want to talk about the insurance person going out and inspecting?
Yeah, if we need to get it in the minutes, that we should have the insurance, our risk insurance person come out and survey the park. And
You do want it in the minutes or you don't?
Yes.
Make note, yes, that Laura will have MMRMA.
They have,
Have in the last 4 years or so, have they been out there?
It's gotta be right
Okay,
around that.
She can check. If they have been, we're good.
Well, I saw their report in the current master plan, which is what I pulled my information from. And I don't know that they've been out since then. And that was a 5-year plan going back to 2020, was the first year of the plan.
Could be.
So they were probably out in 2019.
Okay.
Somewhere in that time frame, I guess.
How time flies, right?
Yes, for sure.
All right, I'm hesitating because I was looking for Laurel Warren to be here to talk about monkey flower upkeep.
I think she's gonna be here next meeting.
She'll be here at the big meeting?
Yes.
Okay, because we'll have a motion to fund our $960 share of that cost. Okay.
You know, the last few years, we've just had her come to the Parks and Rec Commission meeting, then she doesn't have to do 2 meetings.
Okay. Good.
Do we need
There was a concern, I don't know if Laurel said it to you, but there's a gap between where the new dock landing is and the stepping stones that go onto it. It's kind of a tripping hazard. She was suggesting maybe put some sod in there to fill it. Did she didn't talk to you guys about that?
Didn't,
There's the pavers and then the dock sections, and there's just a
Oh.
bag of
You
sand.
got a dock in your front, yes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it looks really.
I mean, there's a gap between the dock and,
Yeah, I know.
so we
a
just fill
little
the gap.
sod or a little sand or.
Turned out nicely, actually.
Yeah, it looks-
And it's solid, you stood on it, it doesn't rock at all. So it's,
Did you go all the way out?
Yeah,
Because there was one section that I was not happy with. It
Oh.
wasn't settled.
okay.
okay,
Didn't
seems
see
to be
it, but-
settled. We didn't notice anything.
I did, that's where I stopped.
Really? Did it
Okay.
wiggle on you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, moving on
And then the
to,
only other thing was, on the swing set, where the tree fell on the one post, there's that clump of cement that just needs to be, um,
there's a trip
sand.
hazard with that cement, the foundation that needs to be,
Yeah.
put gravel in or something to make it so a kid come running around doesn't trip over it.
Otherwise, I think, it looked really good. The chips around the playground set looked really
Yeah, the
good.
playground area looks great. Man,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Anything to the grill, the barbecue with that?
Yeah, the grill that is
Chapel side of the.
chapel side of the center road, right near the corner. That's the one that needs,
It's only about 10 feet from the,
huh?
By the swing set?
No, on the other side.
yeah, on the other side of the driveway though, or the other side of that
The
road.
big brick one.
Not the big brick. one.
Nope,
Oh, no, you're
There's-
talking about
The
the,
small
Two
grill that's
little
too close to the road.
Oh, it's just right next to the split rail fence.
nope,
Nope.
There's one right next to it. Like where the road teases.
yeah, where the road tees, there's one
Chapel side
of the central.
towards the main highway. Right on that corner. It's about, Melinda measured it about 10 feet from the road. And it just, that's the one I think the insurance risk person said was too close to the road. You don't
Yeah.
think that's the one?
It's the
Okay,
one that's by the swing set.
so that's too close to the swing set then? Oh, we didn't look at that,
We
we
didn't
looked
look
at
at
the road,
This is the
okay,
one that's even closer to the road, and they didn't say anything about that.
okay.
Okay.
So that's a concern, is the children playing, the grill is too close to the children playing. That makes sense. Even though it's a little ways away from that swing, I guess that makes sense.
probably what they're more concerned about, I guess.
Yep,
All right, so I guess whatever it would take to remove that one, just take it.
yeah, I'm trying to think about,
So it's one, here's the channel.
Okay, so there's one here,
Promoted a change.
Here.
There's one here.
And there's one like, it's here.
and the swing set's here, right?
The swing set's right
So this is the one?
here. That one.
oh, okay. Okay, yep,
All right, so let's just look at what it'll take to get it
Mhm.
out of there.
super.
See where that kind of brainstorm that one a little bit. Minimum would be one ADA.
Right.
Yeah.
One handicap and then one or two.
It'd be nice if we had a couple others. Yeah, that'd be a nice addition.
All right, so the next thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from our April 4th committee meeting. It was sent to you via email, if you had a chance to look at it. Any comments?
Move to approve the minutes from the April 4th committee meeting.
And I'll second it. Any discussion?
Yeah, when we picked that date, we thought May 3rd would be a really nice day to be at the park.
Ho, ho, ho. There's fresh air there at the park.
It was fresh.
It was fresh. All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, I guess we've had a music in the park request from the Glen Lake Community Reformed Church for either July 14th or 15th, I think is where it is now, based on the emails. Anybody, I guess they were informed that it is first come, first serve.
And this isn't the first time they've had this event there.
Right.
And it benefits community projects, right? Not just themselves, it benefits the
And it's
community.
not charged,
And it's
it's
not charged.
donation and it
Okay.
benefits the community.
So you need a motion to allow Glen Lake Community Reformed Church to have their music in the park per all county policies?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that your
Support,
motion?
Yeah.
Second?
support.
Yes, Steve supports.
Support? Steve supported? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Now, would that be a recommendation to the Parks and Rec Commission?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I like the vouch for the band, it was very good.
Oh, good.
So
What is the date
Chris
again?
Gallagher,
Who is it?
Yeah,
Chris Gallagher,
Oh, yeah.
he's in the band.
Oh,
One
okay.
of those community partners.
yeah.
So that's July,
Well, it's either July 8th or July 14th, and I think the last email I got said they wanted to also look at July 15th.
okay, well, let us know.
That's you said the date's yet to be determined then?
The
Sounds like
exact
it.
date would be yes,
Yet to be determined.
to be determined. So I guess we're recommending the concept.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't interfere with anything in that park that I know of, so.
It was pretty good. I went to the, I don't know if it was the first one they had. It was pretty neat.
All right.
Well attended.
So I don't see any public comments. Any board members want to make any final comments?
Mhm.
Or committee members? And motion to adjourn?
So move.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. So let's get ready for the next meeting. I'll take a nap.
Oh, my gosh, no kidding. It's rock season, and I've been picking rocks.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
I had a beautiful crop of them.
They're all coming up through the sand.
That's what my dad used to make us do when we stayed out a little too